Hey everybody, NikoTheLegend here, also known as the well-mannered teenager and the snowflake. I'm here to give you some crazy good news that you probably didn't expect me to even have in the first place. But I'm an author. There you go. Just kidding. I, NikoTheLegend, have just published my very first book or short story on Amazon.com as of yesterday, or just a couple days ago. When this video comes out, it'll be like about a couple days. And I thought to let you guys know, because hey, it would be an honor to have you guys read it and check it out and see how other ways I'm expressing myself as an artist, as a creative person, as a content creator, and all things galore, to kind of reflect how I truly feel about the world as we see today. Okay, I didn't mean to get so philosophical about it, but you get the idea. So, what is this short story and what is it all about? Well, let me tell you. First of all, I'll give you a quick summary. I started writing a novel, a book, back in 2014. I'm still working on it. It's a very slow process because, it's been a focus, but not a prime focus, and it's a book that is called NikoTheLegend. And like I said, I've been writing for about 4 years now, and I'm going to make it it's been a focus, but like I said, not a prime focus. I hate to repeat myself, but and it's been something I've been wanting to do for a long time growing up as a kid, because I love sci-fi, I love medieval fantasy, I love the video games that I played, I love the movies that I've seen, and I love the stories that were imprinted into my mind as a kid growing up, and it really helped shape who I am today. And in terms with a lot of other stuff like playing music, making a YouTube channel, working out, reading, and then writing is the cherry on top that I've been wanting to do for so long. So eventually, I got to the point where I was able to maturely begin my first book, and it's called NikoTheLegend. Now, as I'm writing this book, in the meantime, because this is going to take a while, some books take like 20 years to make, like The Origins of Species by Charles Darwin. Took him about 20 years to release into the public, and well, that wasn't because he, was taking him that long to write it. That's because there was a competitor that he was waiting for his stuff to do his thing prior while we were waiting. So he was just waiting for the perfect time. But anyway, still 20 years to publish a book. It's crazy. But it's going to take a while for this novel to be written about. And what is NikoTheLegend about? I'll just give a quick rundown. It's like your hero type story. It's kind of like it's almost like a Star Wars type story, or like this type of Destiny story. It's almost like that, but not entirely. It's got a mixture of Star Wars and then a mixture of like the Hobbit type scenario. Because if you remember, Bilbo Baggins he was an unlikely hero. He didn't really see himself going out on adventures and stuff until it was forced upon him, and he had an obligation and a potential that he didn't know about that was lingering deep inside him. And that's kind of how this story goes, there's big bad guy, there's save the world type scheme, it stars the main character Nico. Typical Star Wars setting, he's like a farm boy working under his dad, uncle in Star Wars, but same chemistry though. Kind of have a little rough chemistry, except Nico didn't really care too much about wanting to be better than what he is. He was okay with being a farmer boy. He was okay with the bare minimum. But then something happens, some danger comes across their home in the middle of nowhere, and then he has a choice he has to make, and then also an obligation where it turns into, I guess. And then so it turns out to be that type of adventure, and then he goes on traveling, meeting new friends and all that, and you get it. So that's NikoTheLegend. Yeah, very Hobbit or Lord of the Rings type-esque story, unlikely hero who just happens to stumble upon this destiny or something. It's really cool. Cool sword in there called Enchiridion, a badass sword. Anyway, so while I'm writing that novel, in the meantime, I wanted to have something also established, something put up on the internet, on Amazon, to give you guys a taste of what my writing is going to be about, or what I'm capable of doing. Something, to just get the ball rolling, because it's going to take a long time for the novel. Maybe a long time. I'm not too sure. I don't have an exact date. It would be nice to set a goal, because then I can just have a prime focus on it. But my prime focus is these short stories that I'm releasing, and I got done writing the first one about maybe like 5 months ago, and I've just been waiting for like this cover picture not box art, but like a, a cover for my book or something, for my short story, something, an illustration. But I never really got one, so I just had to put something in the meantime on Amazon. And what is the story called? Well, it's called Need More Lumber. And by the way, if you don't know where that comes from in a game, then I'm sorry, but it comes from a game called Warcraft 3. And just spoilers, a lot of my titles, actually all my titles, are going to be quotes from video games. They're going to have to be kind of related to what's going on in the story. So this story is one of many short stories that I'm going to be publishing on Amazon, and this one is an introductory story to this character that, by the way, you don't know who it is. Spoilers, you don't know if it's male or female. You don't know the name of the character. And you'll find out. Don't worry, you'll find out. But that's the point. It's instead of making it like an actual novel where it's like, there's some first person, there's some third person, on like a lot of books. These stories are going to be all first person perspective. And it's a lot easier to write too. And it's a short story, so I like to make it, casually easygoing. And this character is a rumor killer, out to kill rumors. You hear about those things, from people gossiping about, like, oh, this happened here. I heard this happen. Oh, that person's been doing this. And this person he's got a thrill seeker, of course, and wants to find out if it's true or not about these rumors, going out there to find the truth. It's all about the truth in rumor killing. So it's very exciting. It's a bit of a dark fantasy thriller type stories, set in the same universe as NikoTheLegend novel, but a little bit of a different timeline. I think, yeah, it's earlier in the timeline than the actual novel I'm writing right now, NikoTheLegend. But yeah, the short story is called Need More Lumber. And I don't go really heavy emphasis on the fantasy details as much as I do in the main novel, because that's the book to explain it all. This is a very casual, detailed story. It's only supplying what it needs to do, especially when it's first person. So it's going to be really hard to show that much exposition when it's first person like that, when it's really from the character's point of view, because the character is not going to have an inner monologue like that the whole time, describing like what this forest is, what this sword is, what's been going on in the world. It's got to be very casual, very conversational, how you do when you're with a friend or talking to yourself or in your mind. You don't just sit there and just describe the whole planet. It's not very good with first person perspective, especially. So if you like dark fantasy, you like suspense, you like thriller, you like a character that that's out to rumor kill, and this character doesn't have that much combat experience, but definitely some wit experience, some cunning, which is definitely going to play a huge role, and it already has on this first story. You'll definitely see it. So I will post the links below on Amazon for Amazon.com. You can get it for 99 cents on Amazon.com if you purchase it for your digitally, and then on your Kindle you can read it for free. And I also allowed you guys to lend it to your friends to see, for them to read and share the love. And it's all free. 99 cents to purchase it digitally, and then on Kindle, you can get it for free. And it's on Amazon.com. Like I said, the links will be down below. And guys, thank you so much. And I really appreciate everything that you've done to support the channel and support me as a person on any type of platform or anything. My prime focus is definitely going to be shifting here. It's definitely going to be shifting because I'm studying to be a personal trainer, and I'm going to start writing a lot more. And I will be releasing a video which is going to correlate to a shift in the YouTube platform, and I will definitely make a video on that explaining what's going to be going on. I got a different mindset now that this is established. I got to be real serious about this because I want to get somewhere with these books. YouTube, I've been getting somewhere pretty well, but at the same time, pretty progressively, thanks to you guys. I really appreciate the love and support. But I don't want it to be. I want it to be not so heavily worked on as much as I've been doing. I've been releasing a lot of stuff, I get that, but like I said, I'll explain it all in the YouTube video that'll be coming out probably shortly after this. But yeah, don't worry, the YouTube channel's not going anywhere. Okay, so stick around. Like I said, hope you guys check it out. It means so much. Write a review about it. Show your friends. If you love fantasy, I mean, you don't even have to love fantasy. Like I said, I've showed it to my coworkers. I showed it to a bunch of people. They really liked it, and they they even really suspect it being truly fantasy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really good. It's really good. So thank you so much, and I hope to see you guys again in the other Galaxy Andromeda Pathfinders. No. I think I'll just stick to being a well-mannered teenager. Anyway, learn. Oh, so I guess you know where NikoTheLegend came from. From a novel I'm writing. So I hope you do enjoy, because there's plenty more greatness to come.